Hello and welcome to game number 1 for StarLadder, the winners bracket final. It's gonna be Navi taking on Team Empire, and I will be supported by the support player of support players, or the main support player of support players. I don't know how that's what's gonna work out, but it is EG.Bdiz from EG. Welcome again.
Greetings.
Sorry for the crappy introduction. I was gonna say like tons of supporting, but then it just, I don't know, it fell apart when I was talking, and then it just didn't work out anymore. So we have got well, this is probably the game that a lot of people have been waiting for. It's basically the two giants. Of course, Empire, they've won the Aces Open. They are considered one of the, if not the strongest team in Europe right now. Navi, the defending champions, the team that was a fan favorite for a lot of people lately, even though they haven't really shown for it in the last couple of weeks, apart from yesterday. Which one is gonna be the favorite for you?
I said it going to like the last game, I think, at least. But I think all four teams that are here at this event are pretty much equal, and any team can take it. So, but I'm gonna go with it's a coin flip on who wins this.
Oh my god. You're gonna have to flip a coin right now.
Alright. I actually have one, so 1 second.
Cool, go.
I'd actually have a Swedish kroner.
Okay.
I don't know what side's heads or tails, but the side that says krona on it is gonna be for Navi. I'm gonna flip it. Okay. Well, it just flipped and landed on Navi, so apparently Navi's gonna win.
Okay. Well, thank you for your educated guess. And well, let's just jump into the draft, because we are already on the way. We actually see Navi picking up the Wisp and a Nyx Assassin, and a lineup that they used yesterday as well as together with the Queen of Pain. They used this versus Fnatic in one of the games that they actually won. They actually, at the same lineup, they beat the Magnus in that game. Empire, who has lost and won with Magnuses, but more importantly, they're going to be picking up the Klinks, Phonic's signature hero. We have a Bat Rider, Darkseer, Bounty Hunter, as well as a Templar Assassin being banned out. And we are already into the second banning phase. What's your thoughts on the draft so far?
Both teams got a lot of heroes that they really, really like.
Yeah.
But
how is it gonna work out? Because I mean, we've seen both of these teams win with this lineup before.
Yeah, anytime Empire gets Clanks, they always put him safe lane. Always, always, always. And that Undying is just a signature aggressive trialing coming out from Empire. Last time Navi saw a team do this, they just trialing against the Clanks. I think it was even against Empire in Ace's final battle of the year last week. They trialing against the Clanks with a fairly weak trialing, actually, and then the supports, the Undying, and someone else just rotated up and ended up with the Clanks trialing that just won the trialing. First trialing.
They were actually trialing with the Magnus on the trial lane, and they tried to skewer Clinks back out of range and tried to go for him, but something missed. I think it was actually the Shrek stun that missed.
Stun, yeah.
And then he didn't die in that first second, and then indeed the supports rotated in, and then they didn't have a chance anymore, and they actually ended up losing that game. Well, let's see if this time they're going to be a bit more successful. They do, I mean, the Nyx Assassin and the Wisp, two heroes that they have loved playing for the last couple of days, or yesterday, that is, I guess. So they do indeed pick up heroes, I mean, as you said, that they love. At the same time, Empire, they are not unhappy with their draft either. I mean, they've got the Magnus, who is still very strong. They've got the Phonic Lynx, which, I don't know, it has just one of the highest win rates, I think, for Empire regardless. And the Undying also. And Navi actually bans out the Shadow Demon. They are no longer in need of a support, and I don't want Empire to have any strong supports either.
Yeah, well, strong supports to go with the Undying. I could see them also banning out Jakiro. Because if I can recall correctly, it was a Jakiro Undying Clanks trialing, and then Ace's final battle of the year. Jakiro plus Undying is just a really, really strong support combo that can go with pretty much any hero and just be dominant in lane.
Yeah. By the way, we have a Broodmother banned out again. I don't think that Navi would have picked it up potentially.
Just Empire hates playing against that hero, and they always ban it
every single time. And it's been such a long time since we have seen a Broodmother actually doing well in a game, like regardless of who is playing it. And it surprises me every single time. That they, I mean, I can understand it. Like, it's a hero that disrupts your gameplay. You always have to keep an eye on the lane, etc. But still. And there is indeed your Jakiro ban out. Navi, actually, Navi used a lot of their bonus time already. They only have 30 seconds left.
Yep. They picked their first 3 heroes quickly, but they've been spending a lot of time discussing bans. They're not discussing because it's really just Puppy, from what I've seen at least. But he's spent a lot of time thinking about what to ban. I could see another strong support going out here. Probably like Leshrac, if I had to take a guess. And that's a Sven. Okay, I
We've
lied.
seen them playing also as Sven.
I don't know how I forgot about Sven, but Sven with Magnus is still really silly.
Yeah. And we've seen them playing Sven support also. In this combination, by the way, do you expect Scandal to play the Magnus?
100%. He was playing it yesterday, and I definitely think he's gonna play it again. There's no reason for Magnus to be anywhere but mid this game. I guess they could, like, Scandal has played Clinks in the past, I shouldn't say that. They could offlane Magnus and have Funnick play and have Scandal play Clinks mid to try to throw a curveball at Na'Vi. They have done that in the past with those exact same heroes. You just switch it up between the two of them. That is actually an option, so I can't predict it, but
It's very difficult also. I mean, Empire, they banned out Lone Druid also, which is a hero that we've seen Navi playing a couple of times, but I think they're more banning out heroes that they just don't want to face rather than anything else. And we have another Weaver.
yep. Weaver's gaining in popularity.
Yeah. Just today alone already.
Just this tournament, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did a pretty good job also. I think both games that, spoiler alert, that Virtus Pro played with the Clinks, with the Weaver today, they actually won. I think so, right?
They lost the series, but both games in a best of 3 they played with that hero, they won. Oh, you're silly.
What? They lost? Oh, they lost. The fuck? The fuck? I'm confused. Well, and one they won and the other one they lost. Well, there you have it then. It's the Bane that still gets picked up by Empire. And oh, for the people wondering, the side overlays that you can see on the overlay, and if you're watching the stream that is actually the heroes that are mentioned are the signature heroes of the people that are playing. So you do see that we do have already 2 signature heroes picked up on the side of Empire. With well, it's very hard to say which heroes are the signature heroes for Na'Vi because they play a lot of heroes very well. And I mean, Puppy's signature hero can be called a Wisp, to be fair. We actually have a Lifestealer picked up still by Na'Vi. That makes their lanes, well, it makes sense actually. We're gonna probably see then Light of Heaven Weaver with a Lifestealer, Wisp, and Nyx Assassin. Tri-lane, Queen of Pain mid by Dandy.
And they're gonna fight Tri-lane versus Tri-lane. I tested it before DreamHack. I assume it's still the same, but Nyx's Rage does not remove decay from you. You obviously can't get hit by a new decay while it's up, but if you have, like, let's say you have -8 strength, that'll stay while you're raged.
Yeah, it's the same thing as with the Gale. You can't get hit by it when you're raged, but if it hits before, you're still gonna be slowed. That is indeed the case. We're gonna wait for Empire's last pickup. They are still having 1 minute left in their bonus time, so they can take their time. So we're gonna have a trial lane, you think, with the Bane, Undying. What carry are you expecting that they're gonna be picking up?
They don't even have to pick an actual carry for their trial lane because they have the Clinks. They could get something like a Windrunner if they want to try to play more aggressively. I expect it to be a ranged hero, though.
What about Gyrocopter?
That could work, but I don't think it's really their style. There you go, Naga, that's their style.
That is going to be their style. Well, that's going to be...
That's the hero that Bloa has played a lot of in the past couple of months.
Has he? I think we've seen it yesterday, maybe.
Yeah.
I think they played it yesterday once versus Virtus Pro.
I think I've seen him play at least like 10 to 15 times. I've watched a lot of Empire games.
Okay. That's then
I like what I like what Navi's doing with the Weaver offlane against Clinks. That lane should be pretty much even, and that's not a good thing for Empire. Like, they spend a lot of gold pooling both Scandal and Funnick to make sure that their solos win their lanes. They don't really care what happens in the tri lane as long as their solos dominate. And then Funnick will just, like, explode with like an 11-minute orchid and just crush you.
Yeah, and what we saw this morning also, I mean, Light of Heaven on his Weaver, his buff actually has made quite a difference with the Shikushi being leveled first. Airman did it in the previous games versus Fnatic, but I'm expecting Light of Heaven to do it as well, and the harassment that can come out from Light of Heaven is just going to be all that more annoying.
Yep.
As we have some Russian chat going on. So we are waiting for Empire to be complete. One of their players disconnected again. Well, I can say again, but Silent is not here yet, so I'm expecting his computer to just be, I don't know, loading apparently. Loading. That's what it is. But we can go over the players real quick before that, as Blow Your Brain has decided to call himself Burning Russian Edition. So that's gonna be him. We're gonna see Govlek on his Undying Scandal, indeed on the Magnus, with Vanik of course on his Klinks, and that will mean that the last hero will be picked up by Silent, and that is going to be the
Bane.
Bane. Thank you.
And over on Radiant, Navi has Puppy playing Wisp, Xbox playing Nyx, and Arzart playing Nyx. I should probably just say Lifestealer, because that's going to get confusing. That's going to be their tri-lane on bottom lane. Light of Heaven's going to be the off lane Weaver, that's most likely against the Clinks from Scandal, and Denny's going to be mid as Queen of Pain.
Yep, and that is, it's pretty, I mean, both of these teams kind of know what they are expecting from each other with these lanes. They have both played this same kind of strategy before, and it's just seeing, have they done their homework, and do they have a solid plan on how they're going to be countering the strategy, kind of. Of course, it's always strategy versus strategy, but I mean, we know from Empire what they're planning on doing. You already said it. Vanik farm Vanik up, and then Vanik owns the game later on. If you just make sure that the rest is going to be busy elsewhere.
They actually pulled Vanik less than they usually do this game. They only gave him one salve. They usually give him salve and tangos. Oh, there it is.
And there it is.
He salve and tangos, alright.
Salve and tangos, there is indeed. So
Scandal didn't actually get pulled though, so they've got more money than usual going in the tri-lane.
yeah, he just has to do with one set of tangos, and I mean, he's gonna be up first. The Queen of Pain is not gonna be an easy lane, but with his the amount that he does have, he should be able to get a fast bottle, and then he'll be okay-ish. As we have another pause coming off on
Queen of Pain
Skype Hotel. What?
The Queen of Pain should dominate CS in that lane, but after like 10 minutes it'll be like a 15 to 25 CS advantage for Dendy, and Dendy's got the opportunity to get a kill on Scandal as well if Scandal messes up, especially with the change to Skewer. It's 600, 800, 1000, and 1200 range instead of always being 1200. So I could easily see Dendy getting a kill mid, but I don't think Scandal will be able to get a kill. Solo at least.
No, of course he might be getting helped, of course, from the Bane, who can hold Queen of Pain in place for a while if he gets, well, at that point, I guess, when Bane is level 6. I don't think Dendy is going to be in mid lane anymore. He's just going to be roaming around a bit. And we have got another disconnect. Oh my god. For the people wondering, because this is going to be a theme, we have got these teams playing from the computers, not on stage, but in the cyber arena itself. And those computers just have a bit more issues than the computers on stage. So the games that we had this morning were the ones on stage. No real issues apart from one pause, I believe. But the other computers, well, they're just not in the same kind of state. So we'll have a couple of pauses coming out. Just to prepare everybody for that coming. But yeah, I mean, tri lane versus tri lane. Who is going to be the first blood? And how?
It's hard to say. Like, there's more. I don't know. There's more nuking power coming out of Empire, and Modest Armor with Undying is actually really good. That's coming out of Nagasiren when he gets Riptide up. Because Undying gets so much strength and hits so hard, and he's just gonna demolish people. But at the same time, like, I don't think anyone from Navi is gonna actually get out of position. They always have Rage for Nyx to get out.
Yeah, I'm normally thinking like who's going to initiate and how it's going to go. So if Empire initiates, they have a Nightmare to set things up. They have got an Ensnare if they want to. They've got the Decay. But anybody who's going to get initiated on, either there's going to be a setter to get someone up to speed to help him get away. There's going to be a Rage for the Lifestealer. There's going to be an Impale from the Nyx Assassin. So there's a lot of counter ganks. So I'm guessing it's gonna be the first team that actually initiates. If they overextend, they will be the ones to die, and otherwise they won't be getting a kill. But if they're gonna anticipate the opponents counter ganking that one, and then they overextend, then they will get a kill still. But this makes sense.
I don't know. This is just hard to predict. Like, predicting these two Trons. The Trons are both have aggressive potential and good defensive potential as well. Like, Undying himself, you just play defensively against him usually. And Wisp has bonus move speed. Nyx, once he hits level 2, is going to have spike carapace if he chooses to get that. So there's just good defensive potential there. Then, like, as I said, Undying, plus Sleep coming out from Bane, or Nightmare, is also really good defensively. You can use Bane Sleep to dodge spells, or let's say someone's in a bad position and gets slowed by Nyx, you can just sleep them. And oh hey, look, Nyx wasted his slow, then you can fight.
Yeah. That is, I mean, yeah. It's gonna really depend. I mean, at one way, we know that Empire is gonna be the one that's actually on the so-called aggressive tri lane. So they're gonna have to be aggressive, especially if there's not gonna be any wards in the jungle, which Navi is already trying to prevent by just being in their jungle already.
One thing I didn't mention that I just noticed is if you look at Weaver's item build, Puppy pulled him 200 gold in regen as well, and he's rushing Tranquil Boots, so that's gonna help him out even more on top lane.
Oh. That should actually be quite decent. Funnick is not gonna have an easy time, though he has, of course, got more regen than he normally would have.
That's actually the exact same that he normally has.
Yeah, but I mean,
because he gets pulled every time he's playing.
But then a normal person would have, that doesn't get pulled. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen Weaver
a big thing in this laning phase is going to be if Arzart can counter ward Empire's wards, because if they can get rid of both of Empire's wards with these sentries, then he's going to have complete rune control, and he's going to be able to move down the bottom very easily with a rune.
Yep.
Like, let's say, like, 4-minute rune spawns bottom, he can just come bottom and get a double kill or something.
Yeah, that could make a big difference. I really wish I could speak Russian sometime. Apparently both of the teams are calling Virtus Pro. Did they sabotage the computers? Mm-hmm. Could be. I don't know. Oh my god, you muted your microphone. You tried to cough somewhere else. I heard you still.
Oh. Hey, Silence back.
Hey. Sorry, that just sounded too funny. It's like someone coughing in the background. And then I thought, who could it be? Because it didn't sound like you. But then I realized it was you. And normally when I cast, I just say everything out loud that I think. So there you have it. I thought about that, so I said it out loud. That's how it works. So it looks like we're gonna see Empire trying to already get into that jungle, but they're gonna find out that there's Puppy standing around, so they can't really do anything just yet. Or can they? Or can they? They can start off with a Nightmare, so they don't have to be too afraid there. But Vorse will chase them out.
And that's just forcing them to not ward the pull, which is good because all Navi needs to do in this tri lane is just constantly pull. And get as much CS out of it as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's actually Empire is still gonna force this. They're still gonna be able to place wards if they want to.
Ooh, Puppy grabs an invis.
Yeah, no delay coming from Silent.
Sun still hasn't placed it yet. Yeah.
Nope, no wards. Doesn't want to be wasting any wards. And they, of course, the Navi sees that also, so they realize, okay, you know what, our jungle isn't warded.
Another thing Navi did, using Wisp and also using the Quelling Blade that Nyx picked up, is they chopped down everywhere that they could have warded, like in the trees. So once they place the sentry, they just see where it spawned, or where the ward is, rather.
Yeah, it's very, well, they just want to have the control.
Yep.
Light of Heaven, in the meantime, he's already on ball. And look at the harassment, though. Light of Heaven is actually... He picked up Gemini attack first. He doesn't have a Shakushi. He might be in serious trouble here. He pops himself. That is already, well, not that many of his regions left. And only 2 tangles left for used for that for Funnick. That is dangerous. I really thought he was going to get a Shakushi first, but Gemini attack. Look at that harass. Just wants to get those last hits, I guess, but that's gonna be tough. that, eh?
And over at bottom, Arzart skilled mana burn level 1, so you can mana burn solely on the Naga Siren.
Yep.
So
Without
now we can't actually fight. They're just being really defensive and trying to get as many pulls off as they can.
They actually did get one pull off, but I guess Empire they realized that obviously, but they just went into the jungle and tried to steal some of their last hits. And of course,
I know Flo got at least one of the golems that was there.
Oh, open wounds up on the Bane. He has only got a Nightmare, so he can't brain step just yet. There goes an Impale as well, as Bane still tries to do what he can. There goes a Nightmare, it's actually on the Vorst. Cannot go anywhere, still the Tether is hit. Puppy in some trouble, can still eat a Tangle if he wants to. There's the Tether to get himself away, but there's Goblak also with the Decay. Even Nerf still be able to pick up the kill. Arsart's gonna be kill number 2 going the way of Empire. No chance for him to survive. Of course, trying to get himself out of that one. Will he turn around and try to do something? There goes the Tether, help him get away. Decay this time not gonna be enough to get a kill, but 2 quick kills going the way of Empire, and the initiation came from Na'Vi.
Yeah. Silent's out of position there, but it didn't matter because I'm dying. Basically. They've got stronger early level heroes on Empire, more nuking power. I think Wisp really needs to get to around level 3 before Empire or Na'Vi starts fighting rather.
Yeah, we did have, of course, level 2 upon our start. He was able to throw out an Impale, but that was basically the only disable that was really there. And of course the Nightmare up on a Vorst just stopped everything in its tracks.
Over at top lane, Light of Heaven's really been punished for skilling Gem Knight attack at level 1.
He does have the boots now, though, or at least he can if he wants to. Can buy them.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any mana though. Even if he buys it, he can't use it.
I'm trying to get away. He does have Shikushi again now, but that's a tough lane for him to have, for sure.
A rare mistake from Light of Heaven is going to put him very behind in this lane.
Yeah,
a lane that could have been even at early levels. Oh, here we go.
Exquisite.
That's still gonna be the first kill, going the way of Na'Vi. Scanlock couldn't stand against that Queen of Pain. It was actually dove very far with the Shadow Strike, of course, helping out. Shadow Strike level 2. Cannot eat tangos against that, and I'm guessing his bottle was empty because there was a double damage rune actually up on Magnus before he went down there. Figured he would have been able to stay alive a bit longer. Then he has to go back though. Oh, Skewer doesn't hit him. No vision up the high ground. Shockwave still goes through, but then he can still blink away. Should still blink away. Unless he really thinks that his bottle's gonna come in time. Probably is. Scandal's gonna get another rune though. Invisibility this time. Good rune control going the way of Empire, which is quite surprising since the Queen of Pain in theory should have the better rune control. Pause.
If you also look at it, Empire hasn't warded rune. Scandal's just guessing top because it takes less time to walk to top rune. Especially to just get in vision range to see if it spawns there.
Lucky.
And he's just getting it there, yeah.
And we've got
part luck and part Dendy just only wants to bottle Crow, so he can get the most CS in lane as possible. Like if you look at the CS, he's up 9 right now. Part of that is the fact that he got the kill, but he's also just sitting in lane CSing and bottle crowing.
Yeah, I like that it's actually a crow this time. Well, it might not be a crow, but it looks actually
it's a raven.
Seagull. No, it's not. It's a seagull. Just blue.
It's supposed to be a raven. Arzart's getting caught out bottom.
Oh, he might be going down.
And
actually, one decay needed, but no. Nice. I'm not sure if that was an attempted block, but that was indeed still Arzart getting still alive. Luckily so, because that was pretty close. Of course, might be thinking about going on silent, but there's still Nightmare up, etc. So he doesn't really want to go for that, especially not since Blue Rain and Golek are standing right behind the corner. I don't know.
And now we get a ward up on the rune.
When does Horse actually run and when does he walk? I don't know what the difference is with the Lifestealer. Sometimes he walks, sometimes he runs.
I think he's just crawling. He's on all fours at all the times.
Well, I mean, he's crawling the whole time, but sometimes he's actually walking a bit more fast. Or it looks like he's walking more fast. I know, I'm talking crap, but you should check it out sometimes and seeing if you see the difference and if you know why that happens. Because I'm curious to see that. Well, so far for Empire, their lane is doing okay. I mean, they got 21 last hits up on. I keep wanting to say burning, but it is Blow Your Brain. There's 17 on Avorce, and of course also the 2 kills going the way of Empire. Both not going to blow your brain. Oh, wait a second. Phonic gonna be the target. Impale going through. They want to get him. Looks like they should be able to get him, but no, he already walks out of invisibility range. And that's gonna be one Sentry Ward being used for that one. Trying to give a bit momentum more to Light of Heaven on his bottom lane, as he has had some issues, but I guess that helps. Just some harassment. Might leave a Force a bit vulnerable because they do realize that there's no longer supports on the bottom lane. Or do they? No, Phonic, trouble.
He is just eating a creep, so he's definitely fine.
He is definitely fine. Oh my god, Puppy might not be fine though. One more hit needed. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Puppy, I think you should be backing up. He's trying to catch him with the wards, but Phonic is gonna be fine. And Puppy should also be just fine. Trying to be bait, not gonna work out. Would have been a good sacrifice though. Oh, Light of Heaven, gonna find him. Doesn't have mana for Shikushi though. And they will just walk past each other. That's fine. Well, no kills just yet. With Dandy in the meantime, he's on 33 for 15. Scandal on 18 for 3. Oh, Courier. Nope. No can kill Courier. Bottle full again up on Dandy, so he'll be fine as well. Scandal still has one stack on the Courier, or sorry, on the bottle. And of course, just decided, you know what, I can't be on the bottom lane, so I'm gonna farm the jungle a bit.
That's not. Nanks can farm the jungle pretty decently. What they're doing top to Phonic is good. They're putting some pressure on him. It sucks that they couldn't get the kill, and they've got somewhat weak heroes to actually kill him, especially when they're lower level. God, Clinks does a lot of damage, but putting that pressure on him is gonna delay his Orchid a bit, and you need to put pressure on Phonic, otherwise he's just gonna control the game, especially with Clinks.
In the meantime, both Arsard and Puppy are still level 3. They can't really get that much. They're now going to try to get some more creeps there, but that's actually it. They're just roaming around quite a bit now, and they're not getting anything done on the bottom lane because I mean Empire is just constantly roaming around as well. But the supports of Empire are actually a level higher, even 2 levels in case of Goblack, than the supports of Na'Vi, and that's gonna hurt them later on, I feel.
Yep, they've been farming in the jungle as well. Their supports, like, they would go over as 3 to kill the pole camp, and the creepos there. Arzar gets slept, and
that's actually gonna be Scandal going down. Silent gonna be the next one, or wants to try to go for Puppy and Pill, and Mana Burn still helping though. Can they get him? I think they can. One more hit needed. It is Danny that gets a double kill. Open wounds upon Goblack. A force coming in from the side. As also Naga Siren is here. She still has it in a snare if she wants to. In the meantime, Tombstone is going to be taken down by a force. The Tombstone killer, of course, and snare hits on Danny, or no, doesn't hit on Danny anymore. It's gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Our shot should be fine as well. Goblack level 5. Thinking about it, they have got a ward, of course, there. But they're not even gonna try to take it. While Force just infested on the creep. Back to full HP. 1k gold on in his inventory. Doing good. And Puppy very, very low from the creep rate. And that was Scandal wanting to go for a good shockwave. I mean, just a bit more longer range, he could have gotten that kill. But he didn't. Are you still there?
yeah, sorry. I was just looking at stuff.
Okay. That is fine. In the meantime, Phonic, he's getting some more free time. He's still forcing Light of Heaven out of this lane. I mean, his attacks are just way too much, but the Sonic Wave and the Dust still hits. Then he's gonna try to chase it. He does have another Shadow Strike if he finds him, but the speed on Phonic is gonna be too much, and I don't think Dandy will be able to find him anymore, and he's just gonna be running home. Or at least running towards his mid lane. Phonic is gonna stay here because he can eat creeps and then get HP, and he is already hitting so hard, and his first Oblivion Staff is almost done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And once he gets that Orchid, that Weaver pick is gonna look kind of crappy because he's just gonna be able to solo kill Weaver.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, he's almost already able to solo kill Weaver. It's just the harassment coming out is just insane. And now a TP incoming also from Silent. They want to get him level 4 upon Silent. Some nice harassment still going off from Light of Heaven, but he's gonna soon find out that Phonic is not alone anymore. Phonic is gonna try to find the Weaver, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not. So far not. Well, in the meantime, I guess it's a good thing that Avorus is getting some more free farm with also the supports from Empire leaving the bottom lane alone to blow your brain.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The first supports actually coming mid for both teams. Almost both teams. Only Goblin.
Both teams have a lane ward there. They both see each other, don't realize it.
Yep. Oh, Light of Heaven, some trouble again, but that's the last of his mana actually. He has 2 stick charges left. Only.
And silence rotation top is just so you can pull and get level 6. When you're trialing versus trialing, and you're in the aggressive trialing, you're always gonna have slightly under-leveled supports. Unless you're getting a lot of kills. He's got some kills, so he's got some good experience, but he's still not where he wants to be. He wants to be 6 ASAP.
Yeah, and it's actually, I mean, it's not even that bad. It's Arsart still that's lowest support in the game. Also on that trialing, but he is still level 4.
Trying to save his support that was saving him. Sometimes you just gotta cut your losses.
Actually, she decided to back off. Too many heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I should be streaming again also. But that was, yeah. Well, I'm lucky I have an SSD because I was like back in on my computer.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, that was
tower
really
is under
fast.
attack.
And, we do have a successful mystery with Naga Siren going down. So that's something credits to Puppy's level 6 and his relocate. So, okay, I missed the field, I missed a mistake. And actually, I missed also Nick Assassin getting level 7.
Yep,
Dire's
Dandy
bottom tower
got a
is
kill
under
top on
attack.
Funnick with a haste rune. While the haste was still active, he ran to mid. Scandal got stunned by Arzard. And Arzard popped Carapace, walked behind him as Dandy came in. And when Scandal skewered away, he died to the skewer from Carapace.
But that is also on the top lane, a double kill.
Ooh,
Dire's bottom
Xbox
barracks
just
have fallen.
suicided for bottom tower. He's dead to reverse polarity plus beam script. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is
Empire
under
winning
attack.
both top lane and bottom lane at the same time. They killed off 2 on top, and they killed off 1 on bottom, and I mean, yeah, they have their tower going down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I didn't even notice that 16-minute
Bottom tower
treads
is under
plus
attack.
Ring of Tequila plus Orchid up on Clinks. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to
Radiant's
say
top
Tequila.
tower is under attack.
Ring of Tequila is just way too boring.
Weaver, Light of Heaven confirmed alcoholic. And there's another haste rune up on Denny, so he's gonna try to do something perhaps. He picked up his nuclear hammer, gonna go for BKB, I would guess. Though, of course, I mean, the Fiend Script is still gonna be there, always TP into 4 heroes. Do this!
Good sleep coming out there from Blow.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And he's out!
attack.
That was close. Don't like in the meantime having some trouble with the Light of Heaven trying to get him down. Shocker is gonna send for this hero. And Godlike, he will still go down. Time lapse, nicely placed from Light of Heaven. He's gonna be just fine. And then Mike, I cannot say the same thing because the dust is pop. They realize they're there as well. And he tries to do what he can before he goes down, but he can't do anything anymore. Asylum is gonna be picked up here as well. And Navi making sure that, I mean, the good initiation that started off from Empire. And Navi is going away. It's a Sheever that kills off. Blow your brain, Stewart towards the tower, that's a team wipe. That is a team wipe. And then he's, oh, it's still alive, 31 HP. And apparently my microphone is not getting no sound. No sound.
It's working here. I don't know about in-game though. You might have that bug.
Oh. Well, then this should be
Dang,
better.
Go Black just came up and died. While trying to defend this tier 2. So I tried to TP him, but then he realized, oh hey, if I go with this TP, I'm dead too. He just backed out.
He just died for the second time. Like, he was the first time to die on the side of Empire in that fight. And
Yep.
he was the first, I mean, he was the last one also. So 6 kills going the way of Navi, and it started out so well for Empire. Look at the choreograph.
Dire's middle tower
Well, I
is
can say it's
under
a dip.
attack.
It's like, bam, and experience graph, same thing, just bam, going back and forth.
At the start of the fight, it was a really good sleep reaction by Blow. He waited to cast it as well. He got it off at the perfect time. Gublak was a little bit late dropping Tombstone because the zombies from the zombie house do stack up during sleep. So if he would have placed that right away as well, and then also used his heal on it, his soul rip, then that fight could have been a lot different. Instead, he placed it late, and then he just let Lifesteal kill it down with rage. And his zombie house is worthless in that fight.
Yeah, and then he died, of course, with Light of Heaven's well-placed time lapse. So he
And
could
also
get away alive.
another big thing about that fight, sorry, was Magnus didn't have his ult up. He used it solo to try and get the tower denied bottom, the tier 1 tower denied, on Xbox, and they didn't get the tower denied because then he got the last hit, and it was on cooldown for a big fight.
Yeah, that's pretty painful, and it looks like we're gonna see Empire losing their last tier 1 tower. Which is on the top lane. Tower
At the
middle
same
still
time,
gets
they're
picked up by the
taking
illusion as well. But
But
yeah, they're gonna have a giving a Roshan away.
And Navi's gonna go for 2 towers for this. Empire just got a really good trade there if they can defend this tier 2 top.
I think they should be able to, especially since they have the reverse polarity up again.
They're reacting really slow. You can see Blow is running the bottom to farm. Depends if he wants to TP up into it. Navi's actually backing out. Yeah, that was a really good trade for Empire. They gave up a tier 1 top, they got a tier 1 mid, and they also got Roche kill.
Yeah, we actually have got a
I'm going back in.
Gem of True set up on Nyx Assassin soon for Funnick, and there goes the skewer, and there oh, that was a cancelled one, so that's not gonna happen. Tower still drops, oh wow, Arsar drops in 2 hits, 3 hits, and snare up on Poppy. He's gonna try to get himself away from that place, but no, even a Fiend Script being used on that one, a bit of a waste for Silent, but we're gonna see Queen of Pain with Horst in him. He's gonna be able to get away, and that's gonna be 2 heroes being picked off on the Sun Empire.
That was a really interesting engagement. Navi backed away, and he said, "Oh hey, wait, Blow's bottom. We can go over this tower." You go back in and just get picked off by Funnick, sorry, Jesus, I can't think of his name. Funnick's Clinks just picks off Arzart, and oh, our main disabler for our team is dead. And they just also lost Puppy. Or in the end, they lost 2 tier 1 towers and Roshan. Navi got a tier 1 and a tier 2. They also lost 2 players. So Empire got the better of that engagement by a lot. It should reflect in the gold graph.
It should. It's almost back to a 1k again in favor of Navi, which is basically nothing. Experience graph ends around even.
Yep.
As we have Vorst, he just got forced back by just Clinks. He can't. I mean, Funny can't kill a Vorst by himself. Not with not even with the Orchid, but he did a pretty good job at making sure that he cannot farm by himself soon anymore either. As we're probably gonna see the typical Wisp Lifestealer combination there.
It would actually be Lifestealer hopping into Arzart and Wisp tethering Arzart and TPing somewhere. Mostly, or they could do it with Dendy too, or Light of Heaven.
Yeah, but who are they gonna TP on? Are they gonna TP on Scandal? Maybe. It's the only one that's actually showing himself right now.
Scandal actually went mech instead of going for a first item blink dagger this game. So they're Empire's definitely looking to take the fight to Navi early on.
We're gonna see them maybe running it. No, I'm not running into anybody actually. We are gonna have a Radiance up soon on Blow Your Brain up on his Naga Siren, and we also are gonna have 2 Gem of True sets in the game, as it's also gonna be Godlike that has got a Gem of True set in the Courier, and now Funnick is gonna be scouted out. Open Wounds, Impale, there's a Nightmare helping out Stick, keeping him alive for now. Tombstone is up, Sorup as well, but Funnick still goes down. Reverse Polarity hits him too, Shockwave over the top as well as a Sonic Wave hits from behind. Denny with his BKB, Scandal gonna take a lot of damage, 1 more hit to go down, and he does drop. Gem of True set drops with him, as now Godlike is gonna take a fall as well. And Light of Heaven, or sorry, Light of Heaven, it's Blow Your Brain that's gonna be chasing down Puppy, but he'll be TPing out of that one. As we have got Scandal coming back, he actually picked up the gem again, so that's gonna be that one at least not lost. As we're gonna see Light of Heaven still going for Blow Your Brain. Can he do that though, knowing that Scandal's back up here as well? Buyback also from a Force, who's back here with Puppy, who got picked up by him. There goes Dire's Courier.
Good Courier kill.
Nice, nice pickup. I mean, that alone might be worth that buyback, perhaps.
That was a 4 for 1. Yeah, the only person that Empire killed was Xbox in that fight.
Yeah.
And they picked off 4, including with Clinks, and they got a buyback from Scandal. It's gonna delay Scandal's Blink Dagger by a lot. He had just gotten back up to 1,000 gold, and now he just died again.
Yeah. They did manage to pick up their gem again. I mean, they only just bought it. It would be such a loss if they already lost it again. But they're still gem up on both sides, as we are gonna see Puppy finding some heroes if he. Oh, now he does! Exclamation marks comes off the scandal straight away. But they're looking for something, which is quite surprising to place a word here right now, since there's no Roshan up anytime soon, as Klinks actually finds himself light of heaven. That was a solo kill very quick. Klinks is actually going for BKB.
That's really unfortunate for Light. He was about to finish his Manta. He's going Manta first just so he can Manta off the Orchid. Now he can actually live against Klinks and farm, split push across the map. Without that, he's going to be in trouble. But with it, he's relatively safe.
Yeah, we're gonna see Empire. I mean, they're so together. They have got the reverse player chip again. There is 4 heroes here in the mid lane for Empire. They don't want to be farming alone. Nobody is farming alone apart from Funnick, and that's actually just fine. I mean, it's understandable with the way they play. They're used to playing, just having Funnick farm and them distracting everybody until Funnick can pick up some more heroes and then maybe force out some fights or something like that. But yeah, I didn't know he's trying to do the same. Though Light of Heaven cannot really farm that much if Funnick keeps finding him.
Yeah, and he actually just finished his Manta, was sitting in his stash, so
GG.
all is good for Light of Heaven now.
Yeah, Impale upon Blue Ray. Oh, they want to go for him. They can, and they get the Aegis. But here comes Silent. Can he do something? He has got the Fiend's Grip off if he wants to. There's a Nightmare making sure that Bloody Brain can get himself away from that one. Nightmare got taken over by Poppy just in case something was about to go down. Funnick actually joining also in the mid lane. Has got the recipe for his BKB ready if he wants to. But this is really, I mean, I've seen this more often lately, like for a while, that people are just sitting mid waiting for a team fight with the 5 of them versus 5. Farming what they can. In which case the Radiant is a bit more in favor because they can farm a bit easier in that jungle. Closer by that mid lane, and they're actually gonna leave the mid lane right now. But there's been so many games where there's just been mid fights upon mid fight upon mid fight.
It's the standoffs. Oh, those standoffs. One thing that's going to come into play is whenever Dendy can get his sheep stick, and also Arsart's positioning and his usage of Impale in teamfights. So if you look at it, Fiend's Grip is a relatively long cast range channeling ult. And if he's able to channel that freely on Xbox, I was just calling him Xbox, the voice is too much. But anyway, if he's able to freely channel that on Xbox, then it's going to be a lot harder for Na'Vi. It's going to come down to Arzard or Dendy with his Hex to cancel that.
Well, Dendy is pretty close to his Hex, or at least he's on the right path. Already picked up his Mystic Hammer, Mystic Staff, rather. He actually, Dendy was forced to use another of his BKB charges, though, by Funnick, who almost managed to kill him. I think Funnick is just gonna be, I mean, he's at that point where he's already so very dangerous, and he's only gonna be more dangerous from now on, and he's gonna, of course, be building towards a Crystallis if he wants to, and I am not sure if Na'Vi is ready for that just yet. The gold graph is still in favor of Na'Vi, but as we check the net worth, it's a bit more evenly spread over on Na'Vi side. And I mean, have a really 2k 30 minutes into the game almost. That's nothing.
Yeah. In terms of item progression, Na'Vi still does not have a mech. It looks like Arzard's gonna be working towards a Force Staff. He actually just bought a Ghost Scepter. Then he's working on the Hex, has the BKB. Desolator's finished on Lifestealer to go with Zarmlet. And there's also another Ghost Scepter up on Puppy. And over on Empire side, they've had the mech on Scandal. He's been saving up towards his Blink Dagger, but he's only at 800 gold. That buyback really set him back. He didn't do anything with it. Bloa is finishing his heart very soon. He just picked up his Reaver along with the Vitality Booster. He's had Radiance. And Funnick not too long ago finished his BKB. And he usually likes to go for a Daedalus next.
Yep. He's happily farming. He also got the tower gold just now on the top lane. The last tier when tower standing on Na'Vi getting picked off. Towers are still in favor of Na'Vi actually. We also we have the Desolator up on 4, so the thing is, if he can attack someone, he will be able to do a lot of damage. But as you said, I mean, that Fiend's Grip is gonna be reserved just for him. Maybe for Dendy actually.
There's also Light of Heaven. They've got 3 targets, but right now a lot of their physical damage is going to be coming from Lifestealer. As Puppy's following around Xbox right now, similar to what we saw when Fnatic was playing versus VP. You just follow, or anytime there's a what's really, you just follow around your carry, so you can tether him and TP him into fights, and he can maximize his farm.
Yeah, and he's just gonna stand behind Light of Heaven even right now. And I mean, they can't really use the typical Wisp ganking style combination because Empire is also playing just very together. They're never alone. And if there's someone alone, it's actually Funnick. And I don't think you want to be ganking up on Funnick with your Wisp because I think you're gonna die.
And it really shows that Empire's playing together just because of Scandal's farm. They're giving a lot of farm to Bloa. He's farming out the woods with his illusions, which is what you'd expect from Naga Siren. They're also letting Funnick just split push solo, because he's very safe until Dendy gets Hex. Which Dendy is very, very close to. He's about 50 gold off right now. Big smoke gang coming out from Navi as well.
And let's see if they can find something though. They have Empire. I mean, they realized everybody on the map is missing. We have got Roshan up again indeed, so this fight will determine who is gonna be getting that Roshan. Hello, illusion. Oh, that is a damn shame. Oh, Funnick though, coming in, wants to go
Funnick
for
got a
Dandy.
DD.
With a DD rune, BKB active charge actually, so they're gonna be able to wait until that BKB is over. Knowing that it's on cooldown the moment they do go in, but at the same time, if you look at teamfight versus these two lineups, it's gonna be Empire with their reverse polarity that is in favor of the teamfight.
But at the same time, Scandal has to initiate with Skewer. It doesn't have a blink dagger to help with positioning.
True.
So it's gonna come down to Navi's positioning. If they split up and only let him catch one, maybe two heroes at most, then they're gonna be far better off. Look where Oshad's coming from.
Oh,
Going
silent
straight.
Sonic Wave actually to take him down. Tombstone goes up, and Force wants to go for the Tombstone, gets it. 130 gold going actually the way of Light of Heaven, and Empire backs off. Without their Bane though, I do think they can still initiate on that. They have the sleep. They've got the reverse polarity to set things up actually. Sheever going through. There they come, and Tail still hits on Funnick. BKB is 15 seconds before it's off cooldown again. But is he gonna be staying alive for those 15 seconds? I think he is. Arsart gonna try to get away. Ghost after keeping him up for now. As Light of Heaven goes on Funnick. One more hit needed. That Sheepstick really working out. That's the song going off from Blow Your Bane. He has to use that because he has to run away from now. Reverse polarity was actually used, but to no avail for now as Navi. They don't want to be going to Roshan. Fiend Script going off, but already getting interrupted. Silent going down for the second time this fight. A Voice tracing down Blow Your Bane. Can they still get him? Is there going to be another open wounds? 4 seconds before that happens. And I do think that that's going to be the end of that fight, or at least Navi will take their prize and will go for Roshan right now.
Navi did a very, very good job in that engagement. First, they wasted Funnick's BKB. That in and of itself gave them a kill on him later on. Then Arzar, just like I said before, he knows that he has to go and initiate on Bane. He does just that. Dendy follows up. Doesn't matter that he used the ult on it. Oh. And actually, Empire won't be dead.
Oh, Force already goes down. Buys back instantly though. Needs to be back. BKB charge active from Dendy. Trying to go for Scandal 2 Piglet blinks himself away before the BKB runs out, or as the BKB runs out rather. But Roshan's still alive, very low on HP though. Oh, that radius on Arsart, that was pretty damn scary. And they're just gonna go home to heal. Force back here is gonna go for Roshan by himself. There's no wards up for anybody because, I mean, both of these teams have got the Gem of True Sight, and that's gonna be, of course, still picking up the Aegis. So that's that fight done. Let the rest of the farming commence.
It's really good job by Arsart, knowing that he has to go on Bane, basically, and Dendy following it up perfectly.
Yep. That was some very calculated play. I mean, the team fight for Empire, it was still there, it was all used, but it was mostly used defensively. They just forced it out at an awkward timing, and the reverse polarity, I didn't even see how many it hit, like 1 or 2 only.
It hit Arzard and Xbox, but they didn't have a follow-up for it. It was just a reverse polarity. Hey, look, you're stunned for 3 seconds, and then that was it.
It's actually 3 right now. Yes, it is. Level 2. Yeah, still 3
Like when they
seconds
kill.
without the lights. They're still pretty big. But,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
well,
Yeah, they didn't have Tombstone up. They didn't have their Banes. They couldn't really do much. I think that was popped as Funnick was dying as well, and he's the main source of their damage right now.
yeah, we're actually
Bolo's got good farm, but he isn't doing too much damage just yet.
we're actually missing the gem for Navi actually. Oh, Open Wounds up on Scandal. Here comes Arsad as well, picking off the last hit with his Vendetta. And that is Scandal, going down very fast. Here comes Funnick though, thinking about going in. There's of course a sentry ward up, they do see him, but they need to be within their sentry ward range, otherwise they cannot do anything.
Yeah, but the gem is up on Light of Heaven, who was farming away.
Ah, okay. I already thought, like, I didn't think they dropped the gem. And Light of Heaven actually is also still building towards the Radiance, even though it's pretty late. Countering Radiance with Radiance.
It could be going BKB too. There's actually a lot of items he could be moving for. Maybe he's just not sure of what he wants to get yet. Hoping he passes gem so he's getting something. Probably BKB.
Dire's middle
Well,
tower
we'll
is
find out.
under
BKB
attack.
and 30 gold, or just going towards the secret shop right now. Oh, there's a Nightmare helping out. Open Wounds. There's the Fiend's Grid up on the Force though. The Force already dead. That's the Age is gone. Light of Heaven tried to do what he can. Running away. That's a time lapse being used. So far staying alive. That's the song. And this is going to be the setup for a reverse polarity perhaps. But the positioning of Navi is just not there. So they can't really try and do that. But they are still going to go for a Force. That's a 3-second stun upon the carry of Navi. But he still goes to work. Mechanism helping out. But that is going to be a Force picked off. Killings going to work on Danny, trying to run away, but he cannot, and that is gonna be another kill going towards Funnick. Double kill for him as we have Puppy trying to get himself away. Exclamation marks coming off on him. He should be fine. As Lloyd Rain is just going to work on the creep wave. Light of Heaven getting away from this place should be able to. No, or not. That is the Lincoln's, yeah, that or the Manta style rather.
Oop, and he does get a Sacred Relic.
Oh my god, I was right. That's good. I'm happy with that. But at least, I mean, the gem was no, he gave the gem away. Actually, no, Nyx Assassin has the gem. Arsart has it. Tier 2 tower drops. This is the first tier 2 tower that actually drops on the side of Navi. The gold graph still very, very even. Experience graph actually slightly in favor of Navi, but will drop down again a bit more after this fight.
In that fight, a big thing was the positioning of Tombstone as well as the timing of Blow's sleep. Right as Xbox reses from the Aegis, the sleep goes off. The Tomb was already down and in a really good defensive position. It just stacked up zombies on people, and zombies did a lot of work to Xbox there to help bring him down during the RP.
Yeah, he was just on those 3 seconds working out for him.
I mean, he actually has his blink dagger now, which is huge.
He seems pretty happy with it, also. But they need that also. I mean, they've got the lineup for the team fight. They need to be able to team fight, and they cannot really count on the Naga Siren to use the song at the exact right time because Navi's positioning has just been incredibly well calculated regardless. So the initiation will definitely help out. But I do think that we're going to be having a quiet period. Navi has lost the last kind of team fight, and they were the ones to initiate that one in the first place. They lost the Aegis, so cannot play that aggressive anymore. Apart from when they know that they are going to be winning it. And we're going to see Empire. I mean, they weren't the one to initiate regardless. Maybe with the Blink Dagger they will be able to do that, or will be trying to do that, but they're happily farming as well, so we might have not another fight until Roshan is back up again. What do you reckon?
Yeah, both teams have good late game, so we could see this go to the late game for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like Empire's looking to smoke up soon. They got 2 smokes on Silent, and they've been grouping up around the mid a lot.
And the Mantis House actually up on Blow Your Brain, so that will help out as well. There is indeed the smoke.
There it is.
Yeah, we're just still used, going towards the top lane, because that is where everybody of Navi is. If they lose this team fight, that might be costing them a Rax. It's the buyback positioning likes. Actually, Dandy and Arsart can both buy back. Vendetta for Arsart to try and scout out stuff. I don't know. Well, Dandy, careful here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
that's gonna be
attack.
Dandy's silent stop or not even. No, he didn't use his Orchid. Still not, but then he's still having to run away, taking so much damage. Light of Heaven just going to work on him. BKB active. There goes the reverse polarity up on 2, but that's also the stun. being countered. Scooter only up on a Force, but it's gonna be enough, or is it not? Yes, it is. Queen of Pain still picks up Funnick, but a Force dies. Gem of Truth drops as Arsart falls. Shockwave not gonna be hitting on Poppy there. Silent trying to still get Poppy. Nightmare helping out. And that's gonna be Naga Siren picking up the Weaver on the sideline still. And they should be able to get Poppy as well. Poppy is totally in no man's land, and the Soul Rip and the Decay will be able to do that. But the only one left alive for Na'Vi is gonna be Dandy, who was able to TP out of that place. And the rest just melted. Funnick melted too, though, I have to say. As soon as his BKB ran out, he was dead.
Yeah, Funny was saving his Orchid that fight because Denny's got a BKB and Light of Heaven has a Manta. So he ended up using it on Xbox and they were able to pick him off very early in the fight.
Yeah, you see Naga Siren being turned into a Piglet, but then he knows he cannot do anything there. Backs off. He actually, he picked up a Ghost Scepter. Then he did. Still a very defensive item for him to have, and we're gonna see Tier 2 Tower, second one on the side of Na'Vi that's gonna drop right now. Fortification is gonna be used, but that's just to try and relay them to make sure that everybody's gonna be back up by the time that they reach the barracks. Actually, they want to fight this, or do they? Song, they can't. Spoiler. Can they still pick up some heroes?
They're trying to catch now.
Yeah, but there's actually Silent who has got the smoke. Now the smoke is off.
Then he went the wrong way. So you try one more time? Wake up. Oh boy.
Now he sees it. Now
Wait,
he sees
wait, wait.
It's daytime. It's daytime.
No, he doesn't want to go. Oh, he doesn't want to
Exclamation
go.
marks. Look at the exclamation mark. They realize it. And there comes Wiz TP.
Oh, look at where Puppy's TPing.
It's a bit far ahead. They now realize where he is as he gets turned into a Piglet. Tries to do what he can. Creep's helping out. Nightmare there as well. Puppy gets put in the Nightmare instead, or at least does it by himself. Of course, one will be TPing out, but they will get one kill in return. Well, that was a lot of effort for that one kill on that support Vayne.
That kill's a kill nonetheless.
That's true.
And Roshan's gonna be up in about 2 minutes now.
And that will warrant for another fight. It's still Empire's doing the same thing as they did before. They have got the illusions of Naga Siren farming out the jungle. 3,100 gold already up on her. And she's actually the highest farmed hero in the game, and by quite a long shot as well, but quite a bit.
Yeah, it's just what Naga with the Radiance does. Farm out the entire jungle super fast with their illusions and Riptide. And Clinks has also just been farming away too, split pushing a lot by himself or going to the other team's jungle.
I found a hobby of Empire. Saving up gems. They've got one on Blow Your Bane. And they've got 2 in their base. Oh, now the courier has 1 again.
Well, there's no reason to kill him if you can just save it. That way, if you lose yours, you've got 1. You don't have to buy it.
But they got
and there's a cooldown for him. It's not like Puppy's gonna TP into their fountain to get a gem.
Is he? Or is he?
He does have a Ghost Scepter, so he could do it. And TP scroll out.
That would be quite hilarious if he actually tried that. Be a bit risky, just slightly. TP in, Ghost Scepter, grab gem, walk out of the base, TP out. Could work. Could work. Who knows? In the meantime, yeah, I think the next fight is gonna be at Roshan. I mean, Empire has been on the winning side of the last couple of fights. They have been going towards the 4K in favor on the gold graph, which is actually the furthest it's ever been on the gold graph. Even though it's still not that much. Experience graph is still quite even though with the pickups left and right. Let's see if Arsart can find Silence here. Both of these do not have a gem. Oh, and there's a sheep, and that is Dandy blinking in. Impale up on Goblik. Sonic Blade hits on 2. Here comes a Force as well. That is Candle wanting to do reverse polarity, but getting stunned up. The Fiend's Grip still killed off Dandy though, and let's see if this song can set up for something beautiful here. Buyback comes from Scandal. Impale still hits. Wisp already out of there as he left a Force here. And that's gonna be that's gonna still be the reverse polarity, and that's gonna be a Force going down. Arsart trying to get away from that place. There's also a Light of Heaven goes down to Funnick. Arsart's being slowed down by the Diffusal Blade, and he's trying to do what he can. Silent stop. He will die. And that's gonna be a triple kill going to Funnick. They all buy back. They want to go for Roshan. He is up again. Let's see if they can though. Let's see if they can. 1200 gold up on Nick's Assassin. He used his Vendetta. Funnick has got a gem though. Yeah, that's not the most Smart place for you to go. And
Oof.
that's gonna be him buying
Gonna
back
pop.
and dying again. Painful. Quite painful. Invisibility rune up on Scandal. There's some wards being countered there. And that's gonna be Roshan going the way of Funnick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the tier 2
So
drop
then
it
you
seems
pushing
to...
mid.
Bottom tower.
Yeah, they're pushing mid, but I don't... Nah, they're not
He's
gonna...
not gonna be able to do anything though.
Tower is under attack.
Ghost up for Dendy too. Gonna go over items real quick.
Fallen to the
Well,
Dire.
Poppy TPing there, trying to help out Dendy getting away from that place, because he's gonna be surrounded soon by a lot of other heroes, but they should be fine. The TP out in 2 seconds. There, they're safe.
Blow gets another Aegis this game. Funnick picks up the cheese, because that was the third Roche. Blow did finish his meant like he said, and you also got a Diffusal Blade.
Courier has
Bane
been
is working towards a Heaven's Halberd. There is a Blade Mail up on Undying. You know, Arzart picked up the Ghost Scepter and he saved up a lot of gold. Use it on a buyback. He's still sitting on a Staff of Wizardry, so I'm curious what he's gonna make with that. Light of Heaven finished up his Radiance. Dendy just got his Ghost Scepter. Xbox is working towards a Assault Cuirass, and Dendy just finished up a mech not too long ago.
And we're gonna have 5 heroes of Empire here. They have got the advantage, they've got the Aegis, they've got the cheese, and they're looking for tier 3 tower, or maybe even more. Sending the illusions, all of them already up. Fortification gets forced out with that. Impale still tries to do what he can to the illusions, but they're still gonna be put on the tower. And they will oh, look at that tower just melts. With Funnick picking up the gold for that one. Can they go in? They need to go in. Silent being turned into a piglet already. That was the sheepstick on cooldown. Melee barracks drop, nice Impale still. Arso trying to do what he can, but Funnick just turns around and hits him once and already down to half HP. That was the song being used. Of course, is gonna be locked inside the Fiend's grip. He cannot do anything. Sonic Wave going through, still hits on 2. Goblak actually goes down. Then he blinking away again. That's gonna be the Aegis backup. As Blow Your Brain had that one used. They're gonna try to kill off Melee still or Silence. It's gonna be going down. Another nice Impale going through as it's Blow Your Brain. That's so tanky. Should be able to get away from that one. Dendy might not be as lucky. Still can blink away if he wants to though. This should be fine. It is Navi that should be able to fight this off, or can they? Yes, they can. They've killed off 4 heroes with a triple kill going to Line of Heaven, but they still lost their barracks. These went so fast.
That could have gone completely differently. Funnick died, and he had about 1 to 2 seconds to use the cheese. We were sitting on about 50 to 100 HP, just still barely alive, before he got hit with the last auto attack from, I believe it was Light of Heaven. He just didn't use the cheese. I thought it was like the wrong hotkey or something, but he had the opportunity to use it. As Blow was resing, he didn't. That was a big mistake from him. But regardless, they did get the racks. But losing that team fight hurts. It's another buyback that comes out for them from Blow this time. He still has, after buying back, 4,200 gold, not 44. He's farming like crazy this game.
Yeah, he's of course. Yeah, he's just crazy farmed. He's actually still 4k ahead of Funnick, who is normally the highest farming hero in the game. I think he's trying to do his name justice in this game. I mean, he's really doing okay with his Burning Russian edition thing right now. Maybe the name is giving him more strength to carry and to farm. Perhaps.
Maybe. Like, right now he's already at over 600 gold per minute. And he's only got, 1.5 item slots left. The half being Travels and the one most likely being Butterfly. Which he almost has a gold for, the Butterfly. If he chooses to get it.
He's actually now getting the gem. Of course, that's going to be handy with the illusions with the gem.
Nope, Funnick's picking up his MKB. It's the usual pickup for him after Daedalus.
Courier will be bringing that to him shortly.
He's 150 gold short.
And
he does not have buyback if he buys that. But he does have the cheese still.
Next bomb here, Dendy's gonna be able to blink in. There he goes. Funnick, Sonic Wave, and there's the song helping out. Spirits will still fly, but Funnick will be safe.
Funnick's getting earned up, and he still has the cheese too.
Start being silenced up. Nice spiked carapace. Oh, courier. They don't see him. Even if the spirits flew, but they didn't see him. It's a shame. Could have been a nice pickup because he does still have the 2. Did still have the 2 in the 2 javelins. That's the MKB. All in, like you said.
But he does still have the cheese.
Yeah. But he has to be able to just not get too much stun to be able to actually get it off.
And Dendy picked up a Ethereal Blade as well.
Ah, he finished. I didn't think he might. I thought he might be doing it, but I don't know. It's not something I normally see, so that's quite interesting to see. I mean, Phonic is gonna of course be the target. They want to just nuke him down as fast as possible, as we just saw already with the song. Of course, kind of ended that, but the intent is there as Arsart. I'm not sure what he's thinking because he knows that there's a lot of people. Oh, that he's gonna get help, but it's just Poppy here though. It's just two here, and they're both gonna go down. Or is he? Ghost Scepter helping out. 5 seconds he has to stay alive for, but that's too long.
Yeah, Ghost Scepter gets purged off by the Diffusal Blade, and there he goes.
Yeah, and that was just an awkward initiation from my point of view, but that might also be because I of course have got vision on the minimap and Navi does not. But yeah, there is indeed a butterfly up on the Naga Siren, and they are gonna go for the range barracks. We'll be able to pick that one up. Buyback still happens from our start. Poppy's gonna be dead though. No buyback up for him.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Let's see where they're gonna go. Bottom lane. That's where the illusions go at least. The rest is going top. Phonic is going top. Here's Wisp. He's back. Sarah still drops. Phonic pops his BKB. Goes to work on Light of Heaven. Already has a time lapse away from that place. Can he still get it though? Cheese already being used. Open wounds up on Goblik, taking a lot of damage, but will still go down. Reverse polarity hits on one. There's a song though, already cancelled again. Quite an awkward song that was. Impale still going up on Scandal. Nice Sonic Wave. Phonic is gonna be going down as well. Navi, they take it back. They kill 3 and they want to go for more. Silent doing what he can as he's gonna try to get away. Nightmare up on a force to try and stop that, as we have still got the Impale upon Blow Your Brain, who will drop as well, and the only one left alive is the one that's gonna not be alive for very much longer if it's up to Navi. They're trying to chase him down. Can they get him? Open wound slows him down. There is a rage. There is the damage, and that's gonna be another kill going the way of a force. And that is again a team wipe on the side of Empire, with this time only getting a tier 3 and the range barracks, but they might lose more than they wanted to.
It looked like Scandal misjudged the timing of when sleep would wear off there. So he caught Xbox on the tail end of his rage, just as Goblik had died, but he didn't catch any of the other heroes because they were still asleep and invulnerable. Nope. Just a little bit of mistiming there cost Empire that fight in a big way.
Yeah, they're gonna go for this. They need to get these barracks. They only have to deal with an Undying for now. There's no buybacks on anybody of Empire for another 13 seconds. They're gonna go for Goblik first. Goblik already getting picked up again. He just slightly overextended. He buys back instantly, so that is one. With also in 3 seconds, or right now, Scandal being up again, but he won't be able to save his melee barracks. Buybacks now happening from Naga Siren. They want to defend this. Is this a wise thing for Navi to still be here? There's a song, and this is a perfect place for a reverse polarity. Be it not that it's 6 seconds cooldown on the reverse polarity for Scandal, who is ready to blink in and shockwave that as the Impale still goes off. Goblik gonna be the one to go down, or is he? Yes, he still goes down, but as does our start actually. Silence up on the force. Is gonna be Erasir trying to get himself away, being silenced for a long time actually. But is Armlator Lane? No, he's dead. Light of Heaven dead as well. And that's not gonna be another tier 3 tower. They are gonna be able to buy it back, or at least Light of Heaven does. But that was slight overextension. Shouldn't have gone for those bottom racks also.
More for those. Good catch by Blowa with sleep.
Yeah. That was a
And speaking of his items, he did finish that butterfly, and he still had money to buy back, and he still has another 2k on him.
Yeah, it's
he is rich.
He is pretty damn rich indeed. He's been in 26 out of the 32 kills also. I mean, there's been very little kills without him, which is quite impressive considering normally you'd expect a Naga Siren to AFK farm, but that's because Phonic in this case was the AFK farmer.
Most of the kills in this game as well have either been in the tri-lane or they've been in team fights, and with the Radiance in team fights you're going to get at least an assist.
Yeah, that is very true. A tier 3 tower bottom lane also still falling, by the way, in the meantime. There's that one. There's gonna be some naked barracks here as well. Look, these illusions are so tanky. Yep. He's just gonna go in. There's the Ghost Scepter. Sonic Wave over the top. Can they do it? They want to get those barracks. Fortification going off. Song being used to back away from this. Just an attempt to try and get the barracks real fast. If they do this again, they will get it. Next time there's not gonna be a... oh, nice Nightmare. A fortification. The blink is still there. Can he kill him? There goes the reverse polarity. That is Dandy going down. Light of Heaven gets dropped as well as Blow Your Brain left on 32 HP. Queen of Pain still, well, the Shadow Strike still picks him off. As Dandy now also buys back. Wisp backs off together with Arsar to the base to get them back on HP. As Force will try to just defend their place with their TP. There is gonna be 4 heroes soon again for Na'Vi. They're up against 4 from Empire. The only one dead now for Na'Vi is Light of Heaven.
Then he gets a Hex off on Go Black.
Yeah, Shadow Strike as well. Open wounds. There's a Blade Mail, but they don't seem to care. And that's gonna be a kill. Both Rage and BKB helping out. And hello, Roshan. Welcome back. Should be going to Na'Vi quite securely. There's no reverse polarity. There is no song. And there is, well, not a chance for Funnick to steal this one. As it will be Force that picks it up. And he can sell his magic wand. Magic stick even. He didn't even upgrade it to a wand. Lazy.
It's not worth it to upgrade to one on every carry. On most carries. From what I've seen, at least.
True, guess it depends on the lane. Oh, Funnick being turned to Piglet. Here comes Misty P as well. They're gonna go for him. Impale going off. Funnick drops. Can they go for more? Silent being also ethereal bladed, but that is not going to be getting the kill. But they do get the tier 3 tower, and they're going to work on the barracks. This looks like a big comeback from Na'Vi. It was almost 10k in favor on the gold grab for Empire, but Na'Vi just took their second set of racks. And that's all with the Aegis. Whoops, camera work. Benny picking up a Demon's Edge. Gonna of course go for an MKB to counter that butterfly up on Blow Your Brain. And even with Blow Your Brain's farm, not able to carry. Look at the buyback status from the Dire team. Everybody has bought back.
Yeah,
apart
and
from
the thing I don't like about the gold graph, since we just mentioned buybacks, is it's kind of deceiving. Because there was so much money spent by both teams on buybacks this game, that's where a lot of gold actually went. And that's not put into items.
That's true. That is true. That's what you see back on the net worth a bit more clear, I guess, in a way.
We'd still leave got, you know, a 6-slotted Naga Siren, but
yeah, and she is very high on net worth. She is 30k that she has farmed, or she has in her inventory, including all the items. She has actually purchased the level 2 diffusal blade, which is something you don't normally see, because normally, well, it's not worth the gold sometimes. This time it is. Apparently 2900 gold up on a force. They have smoked up. They still got the Aegis. We've got Light of Heaven building towards a heart as we see Arsart. Oh, they see him though. They have got gems of course, and that's gonna be that Arsart. They know where they are right now though. They know exactly where they are. Forest, run, Forest. Here comes Funnick. Realize he's there. They don't have gems though. It's reverse polarity, of course they want to get him. Silence is up also. Funnick being turned to a Piglet and instantly the damage up. He's still gonna go down though, but that is only the Aegis up. Here's the rest of Na'Vi in the meantime. Gonna try to help out, of course. BKB up on Funnick. Sonic Wave over the top. Godlike gonna be put in a nightmare to help save his life for now, as Funnick still goes down to Light of Heaven. The reverse polarity on cooldown, so they don't have that one anymore, but the force still drops. As the Naga Siren got the last hit from that, then he picks up the bait on the side, as we do have a nice Tether Stun up. That's a song to try to get Blow Your Brain out of that place, because he is the last one alive for Empire right now. And he is gonna be able to get away from that one, but he is gonna be the only one of his team, and I think he's gonna have to watch how his tier 3 tower is gonna go down. Oh, Blow Your Brain still being turned to a Piglet, and it's still gonna drop. He tried so hard not to die. Only to die right now, and he buys back still, but that's gonna be a tier 3 tower still going down. Or are they just gonna go for the tier 4s? Yes, they are. Tier 4s is gonna be the case, and it's GG. It is Na'Vi that takes game number 1. What an awkward game.
yeah, this game was just crazy. Russian Dota at its finest. You have no idea who's gonna win until 60 minutes in.
Yeah.
This was like really just back and forth. Both teams played really well at sometimes, and there were some interesting decisions at other times where teams just overextended.
It is interesting to see that, and it will be. I mean, I'm kind of now hoping that this is gonna be also the 2 teams that will be playing in the finals, because I would love to see a best out of 5 between these 2 teams. This is the best out of 3. Was game number 1. We're gonna see game number 2 coming up shortly. Sorry for the drop there, as well, I don't know what actually causes blue screens of death, but it happened. And well, the loser of this best out of 3 is not going to go home just yet. They're going to be fighting tomorrow against the winner of the game that was played this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. It was Fnatic that actually won, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure.
Just gotta make sure. Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna hope that all my overlays work, because, you know, I obviously started up my XSplit real fast. Let's just try this one out for a second.
The new game is up already.